Hey Gophers, welcome to Between Two Gophers. I'm here with Anna Heck. She is the project coordinator at the new Bee Lab at the University of Minnesota St. Paul campus. So welcome to Between Two Gophers. I want to ask you first, you just opened up in October. So how was the grand opening?
Well, the grand opening was great. I was told it was maybe the biggest grand opening that they've had at the University of Minnesota. And we had hundreds of people come here, a lot of people who really care about bees and want to see them thrive and follow the work that we're doing in the lab, a lot of beekeepers, a lot of donors. So it was a really huge, happy gathering to move in.
So where were you working out of before?
So before we were working out of Hodgson Hall and then also where the new Bell Museum is currently built off of Cleveland and Larpenteur. And so we had our honey house there, but it was not in good enough shape to extract honey and it was condemned. So we were very grateful to have this new space that's really beautiful and also to be working all in the same building.
Okay, so I saw this picture of you with beads just completely up your neck. How does that work? How do you do that?
Yeah, so that's something we call the Bead Beard, and we do it for the state fair. So it's not something that we normally do, but we like to do it at the state fair because it's kind of a crazy cool thing to be able to do, and also because it demonstrates how gentle our honeybees are here that we have in Minnesota. So the way that we do that is by putting the queen bee in a cage, and I tie her around my neck, and then the other bees are attracted to her pheromone or her scent, and so they just want to be with her, which is why they kind of all hang on my neck. And so we definitely take lots of precautions. We set the bees up so that they're in swarm mode, so that they are really gentle, and then also we put Vaseline on our mouth and around our eyes and plug our nose and ears with cotton so that we're not having bees crawl on our face in places we don't want.
Yeah, so does that ever scare you?
I feel pretty comfortable around bees, and I've done bee beards before, but for the first time it was definitely something that was weird and unusual.
Cool. So I want to ask you before we go on a little tour, what can students do around the U to help out with preserving bees and preserving that pollination?
The best thing that people can do for bees is to plant for bees. So there's a lot of resources out there about good flowers or plants that are good for bees, but increasing their nutrition is the best way that the public can help. So here we have our observation hive room. We use a red light in here because red isn't on the spectrum of colors that bees see, so the red light doesn't disturb them as much as a traditional yellow or white light would. So here's where we maintain a lot of our honeybee colonies, and we have them set up so that graduate students can do research on them. And then we also have observation hives that we have set up so that we can bring them to different outreach events. And there's a lot of research I'd like to see done at the University of Minnesota Bee Lab, where the graduate students are looking at habitat for bees and forage, so which flowers provide the best pollen and nectar sources for bees, and they're looking at that for honeybees as well as for different native pollinators. And then we have a student who's looking at diseases and parasites that affect honeybees and how we can manage for those. We have students that are looking at bee lawns. So here in Minnesota, we have a lot of lawns, and lawns don't provide much food for bees unless they have things like clover or dandelions growing in them. So there's a team of students that are trying to figure out how to introduce short flowers into lawns that people can have in their lawns that would add some color, that people can mow over and still maintain a lawn, but would also create food for bees.
Okay.
We have tours that you can sign up for through Eventbrite. I don't know if there's right now tours that are open. They tend to fill up pretty quickly. And we do some table events and at different fairs throughout the summer. So you can oftentimes find us there.